Hi, I'm Jin. For those who want to skip a rambling part about the purpose of this series, the story begins at 1:40. And for those who has a higher tolerance of my silly voice, hi again. I'm going to share with you a small piece of my national cultures, Indigenous. Although I know you, the majority of people who watch my YouTube videos are Vietnamese, whose mother tongue is the same as mine. This series consists of videos about Vietnamese folktales, the childhood of every Vietnamese person. The series is inspired by, first, the fact that I was lost listening to my nephew talking about the pot road at the end of the rainbow. And yes, I was lost a lot of time hearing American people talking about something related to their cultures. While getting to know about their cultures, I think to myself, why shouldn't I share mine to everybody else as well? Second, my lesson is to find an answer for questions like, tell me something about your country and what are you doing in your free time? So, yay, I picked up a new hobby and there you go, something about my country. Who knows, I may get some new subscribers by answering that way. Most importantly, I realized that my English is awful, especially my speaking skill. So, why not making my hobby a new way to practice the language skill? With that being said, please forgive me if I use or pronounce any word incorrectly. That's it. This is a watermelon. Vietnamese people love watermelon, but they didn't know it until the dynasty of King Vuong VII. According to watermelon.org, watermelon is believed to originate from Africa. Vietnamese people in the past didn't actually know where it came from, but with the respect to the watermelon's origin and the respect to the father of Vietnamese watermelon cultivation, they told their children and their grand and great-grandchildren the story of how this beautiful and tasty fruit appears in their land. And just like that, folktale becomes more and more popular, just like the popularity of watermelon. The story of watermelon, or the story of Mai An Tiem. In the dynasty of King Vuong VII, the king had an adopted son named Mai An Tiem. He was humble and talented. The king gave him so much love and material things, and that made some people jealous. People told Mai An Tiem how they admired his luck, and to reply, he once joked that this fortune may come from his previous life. Taking his payment, some jealous courtiers told the king that Mai An Tiem didn't respect what the king had given him, but arrogantly claimed that everything he had was obviously his from the beginning. The king was immensely angry. He took away all the property of Mai An Tiem and sent him and his small family to an isolated island. His wife was there losing everything and started worrying for their lives. Ultimately, Mai An Tiem told her and the children that they still had what a life needs, love and health, and that they would be alive. They started building their house and lived by fishing and gathering. Unfortunately, the natives didn't treat them well. Where they lived didn't have much access on many eatable plants, and their lives began to turn into difficulty. One day, a white bird brought from somewhere a strange piece of fruit and started eating it in Mai An Tiem's front yard. Mai An Tiem saw that and thought, birds can eat it, so there's human. He tried to approach it, and that scared the bird. It flew away leaving its meal. Mai An Tiem picked up the leftover. It had fried red meat with tiny black cysts. He tried it. The sweet and juicy taste impressed him and gave him new hope. Mai An Tiem tried planting the cysts. He waters and took care of his crop every day. The cysts then grew into vines. Its flower bloomed and soon turned into proud fruit. Day by day, the fruit became bigger and bigger. However, because the fruit was new to Mai An Tiem, he didn't know when to harvest the crop. One morning, when he woke up, there came again the white bird, who was eating his fruit. Mai An Tiem then understood that this was the time. He harvested and enjoyed the beautiful and tasty fruits with his family, and of course the little white bird. The fruit had hard rind, which is green outside and white inside. The fruit's meat was red, sweet and juicy with many tiny black cysts, just like what he had seen before. That was the first watermelon harvest in Vietnam. Mai An Tiem continued to plant more and more the tasty fruit with his hard working. Not too long later, he harvested more than enough for the use of his family. He came up with an idea, which is carving his name on the rind of each watermelon, bringing them to the coast and letting the sea flow them to whom may reach it. He wished to share the new fruit with other people and hoped that someone may follow the sea flow by him and his family. He knew his wish came true when one day a merchant ship arrived at his island asking for that great tasty fruit. He exchanged the fruit for other goods and products. Day by day, more and more merchant ships came to his island asking for watermelon. Day by day, the life of his family turned better and better. They lived happily on their island, and people called Mai An Tiem the father of Vietnamese watermelon cultivation. It is also told that the king still thought about Mai An Tiem so much. When the fame of watermelon reached to the king, he was delighted. He gave Mai An Tiem pardon and rewarded Mai An Tiem for bringing to Vietnam the new tasty fruit, which is watermelon.